Imagine the sound of your alarm clock. For many, it's not just a signal to wake up, but the starting gun in a race against the day. A race filled with anxieties about looming deadlines, unanswered emails, and the ever-present feeling of being behind. It's a familiar, almost universal experience, that knot in your stomach tightening before your feet even hit the floor. You're not alone if mornings feel less like fresh starts and more like battles you're destined to lose. But what if that didn't have to be the case? What if, instead of bracing for impact, you could greet the dawn with a sense of calm anticipation, a quiet confidence that you're equipped to handle whatever the day throws your way? It's a possibility that feels distant for some, a luxury reserved for those with inherently sunny dispositions or unusually stress-free lives. The truth, however, is far more accessible. It's not about fundamentally changing who you are, but about intentionally shaping how you begin. This isn't another pep talk about the importance of being a morning person. It's not about forcing yourself into an unrealistic mold of boundless energy and unwavering optimism. It's about recognizing that the first few moments of your day are fertile ground, a space where you can cultivate habits that nurture your mind, body, and spirit. These aren't grand gestures or time-consuming rituals. They're small, deliberate acts that, when repeated consistently, can create a profound shift in your overall well-being. Think of it as tending to a garden. You wouldn't expect a vibrant, flourishing landscape to emerge without consistent care, weeding, watering, and providing the right nutrients. Similarly, your mental and emotional state requires conscious cultivation, especially during those vulnerable hours when you're most susceptible to the anxieties and pressures of the day. Ignoring this need is like letting the weeds of negativity and stress choke the life out of your potential. We'll explore practical, science-backed strategies that can help you reclaim your mornings, transforming them from sources of dread into opportunities for growth. These aren't quick fixes or overnight solutions. They're tools to integrate into your daily routine, practices that will gradually reshape your mindset and empower you to navigate the challenges of life with greater resilience and self-compassion. It's a journey of self-discovery, a process of learning to listen to your inner needs and responding with kindness and intention. It's about understanding that you have the power to influence your own experience, to create a sense of groundedness and purpose that extends far beyond the confines of your morning routine. It's about recognizing that even the smallest actions can have a ripple effect, transforming not only your day but also your life. Let's delve into the psychology underpinning why a structured morning can be so impactful. It's not merely about ticking off boxes on a to-do list. Rather, it's about priming your brain for optimal function throughout the day. One key concept is the circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock that regulates sleep-wake cycles and hormone release. When you consistently wake up and engage in specific activities at roughly the same time each day, you reinforce this rhythm, leading to improved sleep quality and a more balanced hormonal profile. A disrupted circadian rhythm, conversely, can exacerbate feelings of anxiety and fatigue, making it harder to cope with daily stressors. Building on this, however, is the understanding of neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. The habits you cultivate in the morning, whether they be mindful meditation or engaging in physical activity, literally shape the structure and function of your brain. For instance, studies have demonstrated that regular meditation can increase gray matter in regions associated with attention and emotional regulation. Conversely, consistently starting your day with negative self-talk or exposure to stressful news can strengthen neural pathways associated with anxiety and pessimism. Another crucial layer is the role of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure, motivation, and reward. Engaging in enjoyable and meaningful activities in the morning, such as pursuing a creative hobby or connecting with loved ones, can trigger the release of dopamine, setting a positive tone for the rest of the day. This doesn't imply that you need to force yourself to be happy. Rather, it's about consciously choosing activities that genuinely bring you a sense of joy and fulfillment. Think of it as a small investment in your emotional well-being that yields significant returns throughout the day. Now, consider how this applies when you face a particularly challenging day at work. If you've already established a consistent morning routine that incorporates elements of mindfulness, self-care, and positive reinforcement, you're better equipped to handle stress and maintain a sense of perspective. You're less likely to be swept away by the tide of negativity and more able to access your inner resources of resilience and coping skills. This isn't about eliminating stress altogether, which is often unrealistic, but about developing the capacity to navigate it with greater ease and effectiveness. Furthermore, the concept of temporal landmarks, plays a significant role in our perception of time and motivation. Starting your day with a clear sense of purpose and direction, even if it's just a small, achievable goal, can create a powerful sense of momentum. This is because temporal landmarks, such as the beginning of a new day, week, or month, provide us with a natural opportunity to reflect on our progress and recalibrate our goals. By consciously setting intentions for the day ahead, you're more likely to stay focused and motivated, even when faced with distractions or setbacks. Reflecting on this journey so far, a pattern begins to emerge, one that transcends the simple act of waking up. It's about cultivating an internal landscape, a sanctuary where resilience takes root and blooms. The seemingly disparate threads of circadian rhythms, neuroplasticity, and dopamine release intertwine to create a tapestry of well-being, a shield against the inevitable storms of life. It's not a passive process, but an active engagement with your own potential, a conscious decision to nurture the seeds of positivity. Consider it like tending a complex musical instrument. Each string represents a different aspect of your being: physical health, emotional balance, mental clarity. Neglecting one string throws the entire instrument out of tune, creating a discordant sound that reverberates through your day. But with mindful attention and consistent practice, you can create a harmonious symphony, a melody that resonates with strength and grace. The profound implication here is that our mornings aren't just about preparing for external demands. They're about fortifying our internal resources. It's about recognizing that true productivity doesn't stem from relentless striving, but from a deep sense of inner peace and alignment. When we approach the day from a place of groundedness, we're better equipped to navigate challenges with creativity and compassion, not just for ourselves, but also for those around us. As we pivot towards the final reflection, let's consider this. The accumulated effect of these small, intentional actions is akin to the gradual accumulation of wealth. Each positive habit, each moment of self-compassion, is like a small deposit into an emotional bank account. Over time, these deposits compound, creating a reserve of resilience that you can draw upon in times of need. It's a long-term investment in your overall well-being, a commitment to nurturing your inner self. Drawing these strands together, we see that the path forward becomes clearer, not as a rigid set of rules, but as a flexible framework for self-discovery. The goal isn't to achieve some idealized version of a perfect morning, but to create a personalized ritual that honors your unique needs and aspirations. It's about finding what resonates with you, what nourishes your soul, and weaving it into the fabric of your daily life. In light of these insights, the question isn't whether you can transform your mornings, but whether you will. The power to shape your experience lies within your grasp, waiting to be awakened. The final piece of the puzzle is about embracing the possibility, about stepping into the potential that awaits you each and every dawn. The journey towards a more fulfilling and resilient life begins with a single, intentional breath. The tools for healing are varied and deeply personal, like selecting instruments for an orchestra that only you can conduct. One universally valuable technique is mindful breathing. Even just 5 minutes of focused attention on your breath can anchor you in the present moment, disrupting the cycle of anxious thoughts and creating a space for calm. Try the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 7, and exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 8. This simple practice activates the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's natural relaxation response. Another powerful tool is the practice of gratitude. Start a gratitude journal and write down 3 things you're grateful for each morning. These don't have to be grand gestures. They can be simple pleasures like a warm cup of coffee, a sunny day, or a kind word from a friend. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking in your life to what's already abundant, fostering a sense of contentment and appreciation. It's a potent antidote to the negativity bias, our tendency to focus more on negative experiences than positive ones. Cognitive reframing is another invaluable skill. This involves challenging negative thought patterns and replacing them with more balanced and realistic ones. For example, if you find yourself thinking, "I'm going to fail at this presentation," reframe it as, "I'm well prepared, and even if I don't deliver it perfectly, I'll learn from the experience." Cognitive reframing doesn't mean denying reality, but rather choosing to interpret events in a way that empowers you rather than defeats you. Physical activity, even in small doses, can have a significant impact on your mood and energy levels. A brisk walk, a yoga session, or even just a few minutes of stretching can release endorphins, natural mood boosters that alleviate stress and improve overall well-being. Find an activity you enjoy and make it a regular part of your morning routine. It's not about pushing yourself to the limit, but about moving your body in a way that feels good. Finally, consider incorporating elements of self-compassion into your morning ritual. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a close friend. Acknowledge your imperfections, forgive yourself for your mistakes, and celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small. Self-compassion is a powerful buffer against stress and self-criticism, allowing you to approach the day with greater resilience and self-acceptance. Remember, you are worthy of love and kindness, especially from yourself.